Hello and welcome back to Misery Loves Mandy, where comedians talk about miserable moments and whether or not they made them into jokes. This week's guest is Maxx Eddy with 2 X's, 2 D's. He's on my kickball team. I shouldn't tell people I play kickball, but I just did, and it's too late to take it back. He's also a very hilarious comic, so make sure to check out his stuff. We talked about running shirtless, donating clothes that then gets rejected, and getting broken up with the weirdest phrase possible. People need to just think before they break up with people. This was a wild one. So make sure to please like and subscribe, share with a friend. Also share your embarrassing moments at miserylovesmandy at gmail.com for the Misery Loves Company segment. But for now, enjoy the episode. You said 11, and when someone is like 11's good, I'm like, oh, morning person. But you're just a champion.
That's a Los Angeles morning person.
Yeah. I would not call 11 a morning person.
Yeah, no. There's people in this fucking city. I mean, nobody has jobs in this stupid fucking city. Like everybody. I was talking to somebody about this. Someone was asking me if I like dating in LA. I'm like, not.
What a question.
I know, right? And I'm like, not really. The one benefit though is that nobody has jobs. Everybody has dreams.
Oh yeah.
Dreams are way easier to schedule around. like I'm like, oh, you're doing your dream 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay, let's hang out on Wednesday. Then. Like it's easy. A job's like, I gotta go. But dreams you can give up on midweek.
Dreams are easy. I give up on my dreams every day.
Yeah. Oh, I mean. Every morning I'm like, I'm going to do, and then I fucking sit on my phone for 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, no more dreams. Why have the dreams?
That's why I try to like write first thing in the morning. Because I'm like, this is when my dreams are still alive, before the world catches up to me.
That's smart. And I don't do it, but it's smart. It is definitely a good way of going about it, and I will never live that life. But then, like today didn't happen. So, Yeah. But I mean, we're here at 11. Yeah, basically the LA equivalent of 6 a.m. Yeah, this is our 05:30.
Yeah.
This is military time to most people.
We're here. Exactly. I always in military time. You start with 9. You start with 6. What's the number you stop at? You stop at 10.
I think military time is just you go. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna have to learn your military time, which is. I mean, you saw me walk in, you're like, this guy knows military time. This is classic friggin' Navy SEAL alpha male over here. No, yeah. But I think they just use the 24-hour clock, which is they just go, like 1 p.m. They don't do p.m. They're like, no, that's 13. I'm like, no, it's not.
And we're the only country that does this, right?
What? I bet there's other. I bet there's like a random like Curacao or some bullshit. Like there's always one little country who's like, oh, we should do what America's doing. Maybe that's why they're so successful is they only count to 12.
Yeah, they don't do the PM. The PM is too much pressure.
Exactly.
Oh man. Oh, okay. So they've heard me, and I told you I talked about kickball. Maxx is on my kickball team.
Well, let's be clear. Maxx is the star of your kickball team.
You are amazing at kickball.
Stop. I mean, it's because I am one of the only people willing to embarrass myself by taking it very seriously. I'm like hitting lead off. I'm talking like every time there's a new pitch, I'm like, plays the first and second. Okay, like no one's listening. What the fuck is Maxx talking about? It's like I'm talking about the game.
No,
okay.
I like that you take it serious.
You got it. Yeah.
I said I was done. We were like, this is like pissing us off. It was a weekly Weiner. We've bitched about it. After the same same game I talked about. Max and I bitched about it. And then it came time to sign up for the next season. And I was like, I got to put me back in, coach. I cannot a quitter.
Fun. It's perfect. It's a perfect game.
You have to learn to, like, I think we took it to, Matt and I took it, like, we really wanted to win. Now I'm like, you know what? Let's just, but serious, but also.
It's the, like, you. And I look for this, like, romantic. It's like my number one thing I look for. Someone who can be competitive, but then never lets it, like, affect them later.
You don't leave.
Yeah. You play the game of Monopoly. You don't flip the board. But the whole time you're like, yeah, you're paying me $600 in rent, motherfucker. Like, that's the energy I want. Because, like, human beings are, I think we're competitive by nature. So, like, get that outlet out. And then you're not mad at shit later. Like,
totally.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a good outlook on, like, everything in life. Especially, like, shows. If you leave a show, you gotta give it your all. If it is not how you wanted it to go,
I'm gonna go home and get high. Let's go. Easy breezy, baby. Water off a duck's back. I'm good.
I'm more of a drinker than a weed person.
Fair.
But I did a sober.
I know you're not a weed person because you use the term weed person. Yes, I'm one of the weed. Yeah, I fucking got that you're not all about the kush.
I'm a big stoner.
Yeah, there we go.
But I did sober August. I got through it. Sober August also, what a ring to it. I don't know why more people don't do it.
Well, it's not alliterative, first of all. It's like, you get No Shave November or whatever.
Yeah.
Or Sober October rhymes. Like, Sober August, there's no rhythm. Like, why am I going to not drink if it doesn't sound good? There's no point if there's no marketing bent to it.
I felt like I was going against everything by doing that without the rhythm.
Yeah, actually, I mean, this sounds, Mandy, this is going to sound like a judgmental question, but I want to make it very clear it's not. Why?
Nothing was going on in August.
Oh, that's not sober then. That's just you didn't plan shit.
No. I meant like October, there's Halloween.
Oh, fair.
Like there's no holidays in August. There was jack shit.
Drinking alone August.
Dude, that rips.
Anyways, I got into the weed.
Okay.
And you know what? I've been enjoying myself.
It's fun.
Little edible at night.
Oh yeah. Well, how many MGs?
We start with 5, then we go to 10. Now we're kind of at the 10.
No, that's all I need. Every time I hear I'll hear someone be like, "Oh yeah, I take like 100 milligram edible every night." I'm like, "You're dead. Like you're a zombie of a human being. Your brain is just weed. I think. I don't know how the fuck that works.
That's a lot.
Yeah, people build up the tolerance or whatever the fuck. I'm a chemist. I know how this stuff
Tell
works.
me more, doctor.
I'm not gonna, so the weed, it gets in your brain. And have you seen Spider-Man? It's specifically venom. It's like a symbiote, and it attaches to your brain, and it makes it green. It's actually, you cut a guy open who smokes a lot of weed. You cut him open, and it's a green brain.
Oh shit!
It's a green.
It's green.
Yeah. It's like St. Patrick's Day. You can't pinch that guy because it's like my brain is green. Yeah, just take a look in the nog.
Damn, that's pretty cool though.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, and just don't fact check it.
I don't fact check anything. I just tell more people about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I post it on Facebook.
Yeah, that's why I go on my friend's podcast, to spread misinformation. Yeah. It's just, it seems fun.
It is fun. I think that's actually why podcasts started. It's to spread misinformation.
And the whole game is just trying to get a big enough one where you can really like make an impact.
Yeah.
like so you can make it, like if you get a big enough podcast, you can make it so people aren't vaccinated. That's kind of cool.
Totally. That's my goal.
Yeah.
That really is my goal.
I could see it, honestly.
I mean, now that we're getting closer to Christmas though, last year I got COVID like a few months before, and I'm like, man, I went into the holidays being like, I am invincible. And now I feel so vulnerable right now. Yeah. I'm like, no one come and get me.
Yeah, no. I think I've gotten COVID every holiday season now. I think it's just Black Friday. You hang up the mistletoe, and it's actually the last time I talked to my dad was when I had COVID. He called me. I don't really talk to him. He's kind of like red pilled and shit, so I don't spend my time. But he called me on Christmas, and I'm like I'll answer the phone even though I'm hacking up along. And I go, he goes, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, it's good. I mean, I got COVID right now, so that fucking sucks. And he goes, oh, it's the crazy thing about those vaccines. And I just go, I don't want to hear about this bullshit.
Yeah.
And I hung up. I was like, no. I'm not.
Now.
I just, if I want to listen to Rogan, I'll pop on Rogan, dude. If I want to throw on Rogan, I'm going to listen to Rogan, but I don't want to listen to Rogan right now. Okay. But yeah.
Merry Christmas, Dad.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, motherfucker.
Wait, so you're from San Fran or the Bay Area, right?
Yeah. I was like 45 minutes outside of San Francisco,
Okay.
in a little suburb.
Just a
Just a little suburb.
My brother went to school in Santa Rosa.
Oh, great place.
Yeah, I went once. They're pretty.
Yeah, so pretty. The people are vapid, but it's wine country. They're shit-faced.
I didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Good.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
I was like, nah, I don't need this.
Exactly. It's a lot of this energy. Yeah, you're good.
That's nice. Okay, so the first segment that I get into is the Weekly Weiner.
Okay.
It is a person or thing that bugs you more than it should have.
Oh.
I know it's really hard to think of anything that could bug you.
Oh, it's not. It's not. Dude, and I have this, honestly, I think I'm pretty chill most of the time.
You are.
But when somebody gets under my fucking skin, dude, I'm just like I turn on Chihuahua mode.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nightmare. I have a thing. Okay, so have you been to a mall recently?
I have.
Yeah. How was it?
They don't have anything I want.
Yeah, and here's the secret of malls: they never did.
Yeah.
Like it's just everybody wised up once the Amazon came around and got him.
Him.
It just realized, oh, this place doesn't matter at all. But I was I ended up on the west side. I live on the east side. Ended up on the west side for something. Needed to kill time. And I'd been thinking about buying some new clothes. So I end up in a mall. I see a JCPenney.
Oh, classic.
And I'm like, oh, I haven't been there in a while. And I love to do charity work. Let me go throw some dollars at their broke ass business. Maybe they got something I like. We'll see how it goes. I'm a good person.
You
is what
are.
I'm trying to say.
They need it.
So yeah. I'm like, I did my shopping at Goodwill a couple months ago. Let me go hit JCPenney, make sure everybody's taken care of.
Make the rounds.
So I go in, I buy two things. I buy a pair of pants and a shirt because it says if I get these two things of the same brand, one of them's 50% off.
Deals.
I'm like, I love it. That's amazing. At 50% off, that's like half. And so I go to the register. I start paying for it. I noticed that I don't get the 50% off. And I was gonna say something, but then I'm like, what am I doing? I'm doing charity work. Like what? Like I'm gonna give less money. Like no one's sitting at the food bank giving away cans. Like, oh no, I like the Progresso though. Like that'd be ridiculous. So I'm like, whatever. They take my money. I like the shirt. I like the pants. That's what I got.
You're
shirt
happy.
and pants. So I do my thing on the west side. I go back to the east side. All the way back to my place, I put on the shirt because I like the shirt, and I noticed it's got a security tag still on it.
Oh no!
They didn't take the fucking security tag off, and I was like, oh, okay. And I don't have any cool friends who have the magnets to take them off.
Me
Like,
neither.
I need more like true like scumbag friends. I feel like I had that in San Francisco, where they're like, if you need a drug, like any drug, like they're there for you, and they're like, oh yeah, I steal. I have a bunch of sunscreen because I steal it from CVS just because it's fun, yeah. It's just they just got a wall of copper tone. It's amazing, but I don't have that, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta drive all the way back to JCPenney, house for the poor or whatever, and so I go into JCPenney, and I got the shirt, I got the pants. I got my receipt. I go in, and I tell the lady at the counter, I'm like, hey, I've got this shirt. It's still got the security tag on. Here's the receipt, just so you know I didn't steal it.
Yeah, you got all the things you need.
Exactly. And she goes, oh, that's great. Where's the she's like looking at the shirt. She's like, where's the tag? I'm like, oh, the tag. I thought she was talking about the security tag. I'm like, oh, it's right on the base of the shirt. And she's like, no, where's the tag that was in the shirt? And I'm like, oh, I took it off because I was wearing the shirt because I'm excited about the shirt.
Yeah.
I don't get new clothes, so I was excited. I was like a little kid. And she's like, oh, well, so we actually need the tag to take this security thing off.
Oh my God.
Mandy, I can't fucking tell.
No.
Just set me the fuck off immediately. Because I'm looking. The magnet thing is right the fuck there.
But you have the receipt.
I have the receipt. And it's from 2 hours before. It's like, and I just, this is the crazy part. As I go, I mean, I have the receipt. Do you like need the tag? Mm-hmm. She's like, well, do you have the tags? Because we really kind of need.
What the hell?
I made the mistake of being like, well, the tags are in my car. She's like, oh, just go to your car, go get the tags, and that'll be fine. I'm like, motherfucker, we are at the mall. My car is 6 miles away. You're gonna make me walk past hot dog on a stick twice? When I see the magnet thing right the fuck there?
Yeah.
Like, and this is honestly, this is what I wish I had said.
Okay.
In that moment. What I wish I had said is, oh, I'll absolutely go get the tags. Absolutely. I'm more than happy to get the tags for my car. I just need you to look me in the face. I need you to look me straight in my fucking eye and tell me you think I stole your fucking shirt, okay? Just look me in the eye and tell me you think that I stole, not even stole just the one shirt. Here's what you think I did. You think I went to a different JCPenney, bought the same shirt, took that receipt, came into your JCPenney to steal a different version of the same shirt. You think I'm just robbing JCPenney's around the fucking world to get the same wardrobe so that I could have my closet just be blue shirts on top like a goddamn cartoon character? You think I'm Ash Ketchum just wearing the same shit all the time? You clown. Like, yeah, just tell me that. Tell me that's what you think my fucking plan was. Just shit in my mouth and I will gladly get the tags from my car.
Oh
I didn't
my
say
God,
that.
you should have totally said that.
I absolutely should have. But what I said was,
so
okie dokie. Because I'm a nice guy. And I'm doing charity work. What can I say? But I go to my car and I'm walking to my car and I'm just huffing and puffing the whole time, just muttering to myself, walking past Cinnabon, just this fucking bitch. She thinks I'm a fucking thief. This is ridiculous. This is an outrage. In my head, I called it an outrage.
Yeah.
I don't think I've experienced an outrage in my life, but that was the closest thing.
That is an outrage.
And so I get the tags, and I come back, and then I have to. Actually, no, I forgot like the most important part. Before I go get the tags, because I noticed that the person who is telling me about the tags, I'm like, oh, they're so clearly like they're just following the rules or whatever. I don't need to ruin their day. I just asked her. I was like, hey, like I don't want to be a bother here, but can I just talk to a manager?
Yeah.
Like just and not like. I mean, I do have Karen in my blood, dude. Like, I've seen my mom just ruin Panera Bread vibes because she didn't get the right focaccia. She wanted the cheesy one. She got the regular one. But it really is like a matter of like the manager is paid more to deal with little bullshit like this. Like, I'm like, okay, you're earning more. I'm not gonna be a dick about this, but like, I need to like. This is crazy that you're going to make me walk 6 miles for this shit.
Totally. And the whole thing with the manager is like that she doesn't want to get in trouble.
Exactly.
So like the manager can't get in trouble.
Exactly. Because, top of the food chain.
Oh, I mean, they've worked hard to get there.
Exactly. And I'm still like the spark of outrage has begun. So I'm already, but I'm like calm. I'm like, just if I could just speak to a manager, that'd be great. She gets a manager and the manager is like a black woman. And I was like, fucking well played, JCPenney. That's genius. Because I was going to go off. I was going to let her know. But no, I'm not ending up on fucking TikTok today, okay? That's not going to happen. And I was like, oh, they nailed it. Every middle manager should be a person of color because that's how you diffuse white impotent outrage. That's how you do it. They go, they've been through more. I can't add to their plight. Like,
I bet they would argue the opposite.
Also true. Yeah, they also shouldn't have to deal with it. But from a business perspective is what I'm talking about.
So I'm betting that a lot of them say, no, the color of my skin is never diffused. diffuse the situation for me in my life.
That is fair.
But from our point of view.
Exactly. Fair,
But you're
fair,
a
fair.
good person, and that's the perspective you're going into this with. So
Absolutely.
you wouldn't, and it worked for you.
Yeah. No, actually, my perspective is very limited. Let's be clear on
I
that.
remember a black man looking at birds in a park, and it didn't go well for him. Or her at the end of the day.
Oh man. But anyway, so I talked to her. I go to my car. I get the tags. I'm fuming the whole time. I go back, and the manager is no longer there. I think she was a crisis actor. I think that the store worker just found the nearest black woman and was like, "Hey, you're gonna get this guy to shut the fuck
Like the
up."
Jake from State Farm swap.
Exactly, absolutely, yeah, and it totally worked, 100%. But the worker who was helping me. That's not the right word. The worker who was not helping me.
Yes.
She was busy. She asked her coworker. She's like, "Oh, could you help this man? He wants to just get his security tag off." And I go, No. Keep the security tag on. I'm returning the fucking shirt. Okay.
Yay!
Like I had to walk 6 fucking miles to get there. I don't want the shirt. I like the shirt. I don't tell him.
think about that move.
Exactly.
I know, but you
Yeah,
liked it. That is a bummer.
I know.
But
Yeah,
good
yeah.
move. Good move.
But not only do I return the shirt, but I spent the whole time. Well, okay, no, I didn't start off on it right away. Here's what really ground my gears is because I'm sitting there. I got the arms crossed to let him know, and this new worker, I know that she wasn't debriefed on my situation, but she has the nerve to ask me, "Oh, do you want this refund back on your Visa, or would you like store credit?" And I was like, "Store credit? Store credit? You fucking bitch! Are you kidding? Store credit? Store credit? You think I ever want to hop back in this broke ass JCPenney ass institution? No." And then I just start. I didn't say that, but I do start going off on JCPenney. I'm like, "No, I never want to be in here again.
Yeah.
You made me walk. You think I'm a thief? I don't. No. And honestly, no, this is ridiculous that I'm getting the 3rd degree because I want the security tag off. I think this company went bankrupt like 4 years ago. I currently have more money than JCPenney, and I refuse to do any more charity work than I've already done. This is ridiculous. I will never shop here again." Mind you, I didn't return the pants. These are the pants. I love the pants.
They're great pants.
They're great pants.
I love that color.
Thank you. Stop. But I was talking mad shit about JCPenney the whole time she's trying to ring me up, and as I walk away in a huff, I'm such a cunt for all this.
No, you're not. They are.
I think it's a little of both, but as I'm walking away, the worker who like rung up my return turned to the other lady, and I heard her just go, "What happened?" And I was like, "Yeah, I won. I will be JCPenney lore for the next 6 months that place continues to exist." Okay, but it can burn.
Oh my God. No, this is what I think is the biggest wiener of this whole situation is that they messed up because they didn't take the tag off. You already had to go back there, which is a huge inconvenience in the first place.
Hour each way, 2-hour round trip to take off a security tag. And had I known they were going to be like that, I would have been like, "Fuck it, I'll keep the tag on. It's going to be a new fashion statement." Okay, just honestly, actually, that could build my street cred. If I walk around with a shirt that it looks like I stole, be like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude.
It's cool.
Fuck your laws. This was $50. Should have been $25 with the 50% off." But again, I do charity work. I'm a good guy.
It is crazy too that you paid full price, then you got the tag on. I still have a shirt from Target with it on. And I think I bought it 3 years ago.
Yeah. Honestly, just rip it off, let the ink splat.
Yeah.
And then say, like, "This is the new look."
Yeah.
This is actually the vibe. A giant splatter of ink, like a pen exploded in high altitude. That's actually what the kids are wearing now.
I wouldn't even be surprised. The problem also with those tags is the self-checkout. Like, I bought that shirt at the self-checkout.
That'll do it.
I leave, and I'm like, the alarm went off, and I busted. The thing like playing around every time, not thinking like, "Oh, the item I have has a tag on." Yeah, idiot.
Yeah. You know what I wish I had known when I was a kid? I wish I had known that when the alarm goes off at a store, None of the workers care.
No one.
They never cared. Like you go, I could have robbed the whole Pac Sun when I was in 10th grade. Had I known that all the workers are high. Like they're like I mean, it's not my. I'm getting paid $8 a shift. Like what are we? I don't care. Just take as many shirts as you want. I don't give a fuck.
This is a good point for me to say I worked at JCPenney's for 2 years.
Part of the problem. Okay.
2001 to 2003.
Oh shit.
Yes, I was high. Yes, it was about $7.50 an hour.
Exactly.
Yes, I would never stop you from taking anything.
Exactly. And that's honestly why the lady not just doing me the solid of taking the magnet off. I was like, you're not getting paid enough to follow that rule.
Yeah,
like,
take it off.
Just take it off. You know, I should have stolen more shit on my way out.
You should have. You know, I got. Speaking of stealing and JCPenney's, I have a shoplifting JCPenney story.
Please, it will be cathartic for me.
Okay,
please,
cool,
for the love of God, share it.
So this is an old joke that I'm trying to revive. But it was 9th grade. I was best friends with the girl Amanda, and like she dressed so cool. It doesn't make sense because we're talking about JCPenney's, but we went to JCPenney. I mean, in high school or like middle school, high school, JCPenney's was the spot. Everything was so cheap. You could find whatever. I went to the junior section.
Jacques Penney is what we call
Jacques
it.
Penney.
Yeah, we know you went to the junior section. What a weird thing to put. Yeah, no, I was going into the men's section. Yeah, Mandy, we know you were a child in JCPenney. We know what, but you know, like, oh yeah, Mandy. I don't know what the fuck is up with Mandy. She keeps hanging out in the appliance section. She's just sitting in refrigerators all day. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was in the junior section and the appliance section, and we started. She wanted to shoplift. And I was so nervous because I'm such a rule follower.
I could see
And I also always shoplifted off. I mean, I always shopped off. That's so funny.
Sounds like someone wants to fess up to something.
I always shopped off of the clearance rack. Like I was like always the clearance rack. So then when we went to shoplifting, I shoplifted off of the clearance rack. And it's something I always look back on being like, I could have had anything and I still stole garbage. Like, that's so sad.
Exactly. I mean, poverty, it's in your soul, man. Like,
you can't take it out. You can't.
Exactly. Oh.
Okay, guys, don't hate me. I have to pee. It's so early on. I had so much caffeine. I knew this was going to happen.
Fair. No, take your time. Don't worry.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, now we need to talk about how I really feel about Mandy, honestly. And here's the thing, don't tell her I said this, but I think she's an absolute gem. I'm very happy to call her a friend. She's incredibly funny. I love the stuff she's working on. And if you tell her I said that, I'll fucking kill you. Okay, I don't like it to be known.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh man.
I thought of a weekly Weiner that will go along with the whole JCPenney shit. Yeah, so I want to bring back that joke because I think it's so funny that I stole from the clearance rack. I also my problem with bargain shopping. It's kind of I feel like it's like an addiction because you buy stuff that you don't need just because it's on sale.
Exactly.
Or you don't even like it that much, but the sale is so good. So I try now to just spend a little bit more money on something you'll actually wear and like for a long time than just a bunch of things with holes in them.
I disagree. I don't know. I think you can learn to love the clearance.
You can.
You buy it. And I'm only saying that because it's literally all I do. Is I go to Goodwill or just secondhand stores.
Mm-hmm.
I buy something and I go, I could settle for this.
I just settle for clothing.
I date the same way. I'm just I'm like, this is, I can fix him.
Yeah. That's really funny. It'll look better the longer I wear it.
Exactly. Yeah. And if not, then I donate it. It's the circle of life.
That's true. I mean, I think the jeans are the only things that I kind of buy a little nicer, and by a little nicer, I mean $40 over $20.
Yeah, that's...
But I think Marshalls, you could go to the mall, find nothing. Take me to Marshall's. I just got this shirt, $10. I've never been there. Tell me where it is. I don't know.
Yeah. It's also a Salem shirt with the established 1626. Like, that's a weird shirt to make.
Yeah.
Because that reminds me, like, oh, yeah, wasn't that their whole time, Salem, Massachusetts, where you guys killed a bunch of women because they were witches?
And I'm wearing it?
Yeah,
like,
that's,
$10. What a deal.
Salem's like, oh, yeah, we've been around for so long. It's like, yeah, but you guys were fucking stupid for the first 100 years, and it resulted in you burning people. So maybe put established 1961, and then people won't remember that part. You know?
She drowned. She was one of the good ones.
Exactly.
Oh, man. All right, this is my only problem. So Marshall's we used to be a Ross girl, stepped it up. Now Marshall's, TJ Maxx if I'm real fancy.
Oh.
I know, not to brag, but like.
Yeah. I was actually named after TJ Maxx.
Really? No. I was gonna ask.
It's I do that is it was okay. This is so dumb, but I added I added a second X to my name just on Instagram or whatever, because I could never get the one X. Mm-hmm. And one of my I had two genuine rationales. One of them is, TJ Maxx has two X's. So yeah. So I'm like, that's legit. Mm-hmm. And you always need a second piece of documentation.
Definitely.
My second was there's an NFL player named Max Crosby, and he spells it with two X's. And I'm like, yeah, we're pretty much the same. He's like 6'4", 280.
I was thinking, I was like, you guys really remind like the same person pretty much.
Yeah. No, we're both huge and intimidating and jacked, and like that's all there is to say. So I think I could probably beat him up. So I thought about adding a third X, but then it's I'm talking with my manager about it.
Yeah, it's a lot to add the third X.
Yeah.
The 2X.
It's 2X is a lot, but 3X's is like, oh, okay, you're switching industries on us, not just regular old entertainment.
Yeah.
No,
it's a big deal.
Exactly.
But there's
a market.
There's a big market.
A robust market.
No pun intended. Okay, so when I get clothes at any discount store, I guess that's what you'd call them, right? A discount, or what do you call Ross and Marshalls and
shelters?
Stuff? I think shelters, homeless
department
shelters,
stores.
Yeah,
department stores. Yeah. Well, department store. I think
discount
department stores. When you get something at a discount department store, they always have the stickers. They like glue their stickers.
Yeah, if you get it on your skin, it's a tattoo.
It is forever, especially on shoes.
Oh yeah.
They place this sticker on the damn inside sole of the shoe, and you can't get it off for the life of you. There's those little circle things, and then I hate it because, like, if you take your shoes off at a party or something, you just have Ross stickers just showing, which is embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, that's why you don't take your shoes off.
Sometimes these people these days, I'm like, what do you do? And I do it here because I put my feet up. Yeah. But yeah, I hate when I go to a house party and they say, take your shoes off. I'm like, don't have people over then.
Exactly. I come in extra muddy just to let them know.
Like,
hope you got a Swiffer.
Yeah, it kind of is like, it's too much, the shoes off.
It's like the rest of my body is already gross. I want that just because your floor's a little dirty. I promise I'm bringing a lot of germs in the air.
You think these people wash their jeans after each wear?
Yeah. Your couch is a microbiosphere right now. It is chock full of disease. Okay, I promise you that. Shoes aren't going to make a difference.
They're not going to make a difference. So chill. So the stickers drive me crazy, especially like, say like you're getting somebody a gift and you're trying to play it like it's not from the discount department store. Because if it's like on like a box of something that's just glued, you can't get it up. Yeah. There's no way to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah. To be fair, the only gifts I'm buying people for Ross is like if it's Christmas and it's for my nephew. Mm-hmm. So I think he can probably guess that the Marvel branded deodorant slash spray deodorant slash body wash container is probably not from Macy's. I think he can understand that it wasn't Nordstrom where I snagged that bad boy.
That's true. And I should probably stop getting people gifts from Marshalls, but
you should stop getting people gifts entirely.
That's
what are we?
So true.
We're all poor. Why are we shuffling our money around to each other? Let's just hang out.
Gifts should just be put to an end.
Exactly.
It's too much.
Yeah.
But like, I think maybe like, yeah, you need some gifts, but like only like a small core, like mom, dad, partner.
I got a different threshold. I think if you don't, like, you probably should get those people gifts. But if you don't, I think you should be able to just show them your tax return and be like, where in the budget was your gift coming in? Just tell me how I could have allocated, a mini fridge or whatever the fuck for you. Yeah, tell me where. Just I got my profit and loss statement. It's not good. Yeah. That's maybe I could have cut back on gasoline. That's just an extraneous expense.
I didn't need to eat
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, this pesky rent is keeping me from buying you a Blu-ray of Spider-Man 4. I don't know.
It is messed up that we all go into such debt or stress around the holiday season just to buy people something they probably won't even use.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's a gesture. That's why what I'm doing for my whole family, I'm just giving them a kiss on the cheek. That's the only gift. Yeah.
That's smart.
Just
right?
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
It's free. Yeah. It's free and easy.
You get two. Some people get two.
That's no.
No two. No little Italian.
Supply and
kids.
demand, Mandy. You gotta control supply of the little smooches.
That's true. I'm messing up everywhere.
Yeah, you're fucking up the kiss economy.
Really messing shit up. So I just learned though, because I was like looking into the Ross sticker thing because I'm trying to bitch about it on stage. Yeah. And I didn't talk about this part yet, but I was Googling. I was like, why do they do that? And they do that because of for tag swapping. So like say this sticker says it's $7. This is $20. You want to put the $7 tag on the $20 item. Tag swap, get it for $7 instead of $20, which classic move. Yeah. You can't do that though when it's super glued to the damn item.
You know what? I'm gonna go today. I'm going into a Ross with a chisel and a dream. I'm gonna tag swap the fuck out of everything. Okay, that's yeah. You're telling me this pair of Nikes was $7.99? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Actually, sorry, I was trying to construct. I don't know what shit at Ross costs.
No, that would be a great deal for
okay,
shoes.
Good.
That was a perfect profit margin.
I might have just seemed totally out of touch. $7.99 for shoes at Ross. You fucking Scrooge McDuck over here.
No. That's good. It's good. But that's the reasoning. So it's on purpose that you can't get the sticker off of the items.
It's genius.
Then I'm worried, like I say this on stage, it's just rich people who are like, I don't get it.
Oh yeah, dude. I was trying to do bits about stealing from CVS because it's just, for the record, it's fun and easy and should happen. It's any place that locks the detergent. I got a bone to pick now. You know what I mean? I did this. Okay, I don't steal.
He doesn't steal, and I've never shoplifted.
I've never. No. This is all. We're doing a comedy podcast.
We're just talking joke concepts.
But like theoretically, maybe there's a situation wherein one time I got them to open the thing for some toothpaste, and then I still stole it. I was like, yeah. Oh, it looks like that didn't work. It looks like the security guard who's high didn't really care that I took one tube of Colgate.
I mean, we were supposed to unlock it and then walk you to the register.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
It's just like, yeah. Honestly, that's how you know people are down bad. Is like you just like people are stealing detergent and shit. Like maybe shit's not good. I don't know.
Also, no one likes smelly people. At least they're trying to not smell bad.
Yeah.
Let them have the deodorant.
Exactly. Like, and I was stealing the deodorant to throw at the homeless. Like I'm trying to do my part. I go to JCPenney. I do that charity work. I do that. I mean, I'm a good guy, and it's just the world gets in your way.
It really does. Last time I donated to Goodwill, I'm on my way out. I dropped off tons of stuff. They go, "Would you like to donate?" They asked me for money.
Wait,
after I just gave them tons of free things.
This what I just gave you, that's money.
And they're like, "Yeah, that's a lot of shit. I'm like, okay, here's 20.
Actually, I got a story about. Oh man. Okay. So I love Goodwill. So what happened? So a couple years ago, my grandpa passed away. Gang violence.
Sorry, of course, I figured. What am I supposed to say? Is it a sorry, Mike? No. Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
No, yeah. But no, he sucked. But and I don't think he really liked me that much. And I think that because what he gave me in his will was his old clothes.
That's actually kind of cool if you, I mean.
Oh, they were bad. It was about 40 shades of beige, and they had like moth holes and shit in them. And,
no.
And so I'm like, I don't want these at all. And he was also like 5'6". Like you can
He's
tell.
6'4".
Yeah, 6'4".
5?
6'5", 6'7" on a good day.
Yeah.
6'9" if I'm lying. And, but I take all his clothes, and I just Googled like thrift store near me, and thinking that it's gonna be like Goodwill, because you can take
anything.
Google. I said Google. No, Goodwill will take anything. Goodwill will accept like evidence. Like if you just like committed a crime and you still got the blood on your shirt, like don't wash it off. Just roll it up, take it to your local Goodwill. They're like, I think we can get this out. So did she suffer? They're good to go. Like they will
that's
literally
actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's just I'm gonna see Mandy in the news.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Whoopsies. But I'm thinking all thrift stores are like that. But I end up at a Crossroads, and I didn't know what Crossroads was at the time. But it's like a vintage. It's a vintage store. It's like it's where you go to buy $60 pants that you can't put under a black light. And also it's staffed by a bunch of 25-year-old pansexuals who judge you. Like that's a Crossroads. And I have 2 trash bags of my grandpa's stuff. So in retrospect, I looked so out of place. Like it was so obvious I had never been there before. But I take the 2 trash bags, I put them on the counter. I go, "Hi, I would like to donate these." And the girl at the front's like, "Oh yeah, we just we're gonna piece through." I'm like, "What are we doing? I mean, this is free.
Take it.
Just take it. Why is this any longer?" And I watch this chick with purple hair take every item of my grandfather's wardrobe out and go, "No." No, the entire 2 bags. And she goes, "I'm sorry, we just can't accept any of these. This is just, there's no like resale value here." And I was like, "What are we? It's free. What are we?
You take the
here?
clothes.
Take the fucking clothes." But what I did is she's like, "We can't accept these." And so the bags are on the counter. There's all the stuff's in the bag. I walked away. I just left the store.
Good.
And she's calling after me. She's like, "Sir, you can't lead." And I'm like, "Call the fucking cops, dude." Yeah, call the cops. Let's see if we get the APB out on me because I littered basically in your store. This I would love to hear that 911 call. Just like, this man, he came in and he donated so much,
and it was all beige.
It was all beige.
It smelled like moths.
Exactly. I'm like, there's no. I bet the cops would come in and be like, "Well, honestly, it's a pretty good shirt."
Yeah, undershirt, I'll take it.
Yeah, you're saying you can't resell. I'll take the shirt.
Someone told me recently, because Crossroads, they don't buy any of my shit. They don't like my raw stuff.
Yeah.
But they said that now they have to, because there must have been so many complaints about how judgy they were, that now they have to do that in the back. So they'll take your stuff to the back.
That's so much worse. Like, what as a company, how do you go? How is your policy solution to an issue just like, "Oh, let's do it in secrecy," and you still feel good about yourself as a person? Like
right?
that's crazy. Like, "Oh yeah, we can't watch them, or we can't let them watch us hate everything they've ever owned." Like no, you just suck. Your company sucks. Like it's
yeah, that place does suck.
Yeah,
that's why I just drop off to Goodwill. Have you been to the Goodwill in Los Feliz across from Home State?
I have
And-
not. I love Homestay.
Oh,
That's
so good.
Oh man, I got one of the. Oh, sorry. This
Isn't it?
This is not the content you're asking for. But I got one of those. What's It's got a Spanish name, but it's I called it egg bowl.
Okay, yeah,
You ever
yeah.
have one of them egg bowls?
I usually get their tacos, but I like an egg bowl.
You like it's not a frittata. It's a no. You know what? It's an egg bowl.
I like
calling
egg bowl.
It's like because the bowl is egg.
The bowl is egg.
The bowl is. It feels like it's shaped in. Well, it's not like the bowl. It's not like a waffle cone, but egg. That would be
what
crazy.
I was picturing.
But it's like shaped. Like the egg seems to form. You know what? I'm realizing now that I'm talking about it, I don't really know what was going on with that piece of food. I was just like, it feels like the bowl is the egg.
You're just super high.
Yeah.
You were on weed.
Yeah, I was just, but that shit ripped.
Oh yeah, it's good. But that you have to check out that Goodwill if you guys are in LA. Oh, best Goodwill in Los Angeles is the Los Feliz Goodwill.
Noted.
Solid
Okay,
Goodwill.
I live right over there, so I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm in.
Check it out. Okay, so the next segment is I like to think of comedy as an outlook for miserable, embarrassing moments to talk about in front of,
That's incorrect, but that's not at all what it is. But no, I'll play with the premise. That's great.
Okay, what do you have? Okay, an embarrassing moment, story moment, miserable. That one that you made into a joke that you do, and then one that like you either are working on or that just doesn't work, or you're too embarrassed to say.
Yeah, I got one that I'm too embarrassed to say because it just doesn't. I think it's just such a sad thing. It's okay. It's not even like nobody dies in it, but
Yeah.
it is. It's like such a vulnerable thing to say on stage. A couple of years ago, I got broken up with. Like it was like a situationship where we had been seeing each other for like a month or two, and it seemed like she just wasn't really that into it by the end. And what she told me as she was breaking it off is she told me, you'd be like the perfect boyfriend on paper. Which
oh my god!
is a crazy. That's a crazy thing to tell somebody because just say you don't like me. Like what does that even mean? Just like, oh yeah, the data shows that this should work, but you are just totally, completely uncompelling. And the joke I tried to do, and I think this is implicitly what she meant. It took me 6 months to put together that I was just bad at fucking. Like that's what that means. Like, oh, you'd be everything works except for I don't want you inside of me. Like that's all it is. Like no one's ever like, oh man, he's like, if you are enjoying sex with somebody, you're not making a pros and cons list. Yeah, no one's getting like absolutely railed in a sundress. Just like, well, what are the costs and benefits? Like, it's like, yeah, no, that's what it was, and it's just So it's like I've wanted to do it on stage, but it's like it's just so like, well, first of all, it's me communicating like. Obviously I'm very good at sex.
Duh.
I'm one of the best in the world. I've gotten it tested. I've gotten tested, but
the analysis
shows. I went down to the Mayo Clinic and they did a bunch of experiments on me, and they're like, just the angle is just immaculate, just 37.49 degrees, whatever the fuck that is in radians. Like he's nailing it
right to the G spot.
Exactly. Yeah. Just. But it is like, I mean, it's a joke where I'm bad at sex in a way that that ruins an otherwise perfect thing, based on her saying that, which doesn't reflect well. And it's also just like, I mean, it's just, I've been single for a while, and I'm like, do I really want to bring that energy to the stage? Not really. So
I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking funny.
it is.
That's a wild thing to say to somebody.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, people will say that. Actually, the best advice I got after that situation is I was really down about it, and I was talking to my buddy. He's a comic, James, and I was talking to him. I'm like, I'm really down. Like I was really thinking this was going to be a thing. I really liked her, and she said this perfect boyfriend on paper, and I'm like, maybe it could work out in the future. And he just goes, "Oh, dude, bitches will say anything." I'm like, you know what? That is weirdly, it's definitely misogynistic, but it's also exactly what I need to do.
No, it's just like another word. Just like don't overthink it.
Exactly. Yeah.
She didn't like think through what she was saying. You don't have to take it to heart.
Exactly.
That's really funny though.
It's so wild, dude. So wild.
Oh no, I think you should totally bring that back. But yeah. I don't know. Also, a lot of comedians always talk about they have small dicks on stage. And I'm like, I think it's just more funny than saying I have a big dick.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, dude, this is... Oh, actually... Okay. This is I had another situation kind of... Actually, very similar to that situation more recently. Probably like 6 or 8 months ago. And... it was a whole thing, like, she broke it off. I really liked her. It's whatever. But at one point she did, I think there was more physical chemistry there, but she did once describe my dick as a meat and potatoes dick.
What?
She's just like, yeah, it's like, it's good.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, and then when she broke it off, I'm like, oh, you know what? If your dick is getting compared to like Staples, like just sustenance, that's not good. Like you want like a creme brulee dick or like a dessert dick or like a steak
filet mignon,
yeah, a little foie gras cock, like that would be great. But no, the meat and potatoes is like, oh yeah, this is what people eat during a famine. Like that's not good.
That's what my grandma always cooks. Meat and potatoes dick.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, that would have been a cute thing to say if we ended up together, but it has echoed in my mind for months because we didn't. So what are you gonna do?
I'm very happy. I'd like to have a penis for peeing. Like that would be really cool.
It's not the way you said that. It was just so earnest. Just I've been thinking about this a lot.
I do.
Functionally.
Functionally, I would like that. But then the pressure that the penis has, oh my God, I feel like it's got to, if I was a penis, I'd be full of anxiety.
It's not to be a stickler. It's if I were a penis.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I'm a stickler about the subjunctive tense.
If I were a penis.
Yeah, I actually, I got A's in English in high school.
I can tell.
I need to let folks know that we're trying to educate the people here, Mandy.
Did my penis stand up or stood up?
It laid down.
Oh my God.
Oh man. But okay, if you were,
if I were a penis, yeah, I think that the pros and cons list of a penis: pro, peeing; pro, masturbating. Easier.
Yeah, but more conspicuous. Yeah, I've I was about to say I've seen women get away with it in public. That's not what I was going to say.
Really?
No, I haven't actually seen it,
Oh.
but I'm seeing it now in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
I'm like I could. Sorry, the rest of the podcast I'm just like I'm just on cloud nine, just thinking of being on
This whole scenario.
on a subway train. Just she could get away with it.
I've seen it in fictional videos on the internet.
It could happen.
Exactly, but you could clock a dude from a mile away.
Yeah, that's true. We could be, I guess, we could be more, I can't say that word. Sneaky?
Sneaky, yeah.
But what was the word you used?
I use conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
But you could use inconspicuous for sneaky.
Inconspicuous.
Yeah. There we go. This is a vocabulary podcast, right?
Oh, I think that was the 5th segment. Vocab. I am so bad at vocabulary. Okay, wait. So, do you have then a moment that you did make into a joke that was embarrassing or miserable?
I'm trying to think. Did anything work? I did. I got a joke that kind of works. It's but
hit or miss.
Well, the thing is, I'm not embarrassed by it though.
Okay.
But I got a joke where Actually, no, the joke does not work right now. But it does. I like the joke, and one day it will work. But one thing I started doing to start appreciating my body more, I like to jog, and actually I'm now realizing that's why the joke doesn't work. I say that and people go, "What the fuck? You robot weirdo." That's dumb.
I like to jog.
Yeah,
I like to jog.
Yeah, I do too, but most people don't.
Oh, fuck cardio. There's shirts that say "fuck cardio," so it's not a popular opinion.
Exactly, and they're double XLs. Let's be very.
That's funny. On the sales rack,
dude. Honestly, if I were that big, I would absolutely just wear a fuck cardio. That's so funny, dude.
That is
just
funny.
own it, dude. Yeah, but one thing I started doing to because I got a couple jokes about body positivity that I like, but I do a joke where I'm like, I started jogging shirtless in my neighborhood, and I go, you gotta try it, ladies. Like let them flop, free at last. It's why you marched. That's all I'm saying. But I like jogging shirtless because sometimes I'll run at night and visibility is I don't need a reflective vest. I got a reflective vest. It's just the high beams hit me, and they end up being higher beams, you know. Yeah. But the other reason is like it's a win-win if you run shirtless. You either start to appreciate your body more, you're putting yourself out there, you appreciate it, or you run a lot faster. They're like, nobody can see me if I'm blurry, you know. The jiggle, no one's gonna catch it if I yeah. And I go, the only thing more embarrassing than jogging shirtless is walking shirtless.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not taking breaks if I'm shirtless. Like, because if you're jogging shirtless, people think like, oh, he's training for a half. Good for him. If you're walking shirtless, they're like, oh, he just got kicked out of 7-Eleven. Got it. Okay. Yeah. That's
two different looks. And I also always picture the person that's walking shirtless. They always have the shirt tucked in the back pocket. Oh, yeah. That guy. That's a 7-Eleven
like it's their
guy.
homeless tail.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, it's fun. I'm trying to think if I have anything else where it was an actual like experience though.
It's all right. Those two are great.
Yeah, thank you.
It is always fun. Those ones are different. A lot of people's ones that they can't make into a joke, it's always like doctors things or health things, which is always harder to get into. But yeah, people, like running is like when you say like, oh, I'm like trying to lose weight, and if you're not like super overweight, people are like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You look great.
Yeah. It's just like, because it's just them reflecting it on themselves. Like, oh, if that person thinks they should lose weight, and I am similar in body type to that person,
I need to lose weight.
Then they're looking at me like, you should lose weight. Like that's the implication. When at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's a personal thing. Like, it's like I saw somebody talking shit about how like they can't talk shit about their own body. And you should be able to. Like, it's like if you hate on someone hating on their own body, that's a you problem. It's because you're insecure about your shit. But let me talk my shit about my body. Like I am trying to lose a little bit of weight right now because I don't think I'm like unhealthy or look bad by any stretch. But it does. My body does. I'm a thick boy, you know. I got like it looks like a bleached burrito over here sometimes. Like my face is very Panera, but my body is very bread. You know what I mean?
A bleached burrito. Yeah. I love burritos.
Oh, see, and that's they're pretty good. But yeah, it's just like just let me talk shit, you know. And actually, my closer right now is about body positivity, and somebody came up to me one time and just said, "You're not fat enough to do that joke."
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's a crazy thing to say. What are we doing? And so I gained 40 pounds, and the joke kills. So it's great. I'm just Christian Bailing for this one bit. That doesn't matter.
There you go. I don't know why people get so offended by that, but whatever.
It's just
let them be.
Exactly. Yeah, just let the people be and let them do that thing.
You know what it's time for? What? Another segment.
Oh,
Everybody freak out. Okay. So this is called Misery Loves Company, and people send in their embarrassing stories.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I've got one to close this up.
Okay.
All right. This is from Samantha. So I decided to go for a run on a first date with this guy, trying to be all cute and sporty, you know. Well, midway through the run, I accidentally let out a fart. Not a quiet one either. Definitely loud enough for him to hear. I was mortified. When we finally finished running, I turned to him and said, well, I guess I needed an extra push.
That story is not even remotely embarrassing. That's a good line for that situation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and if the guy doesn't want it, you're running. Like, you're moving your cheeks together. If there's any gas in there, it's gonna get expelled. What the fuck that's if that guy had any issue with it, tell him to take a fucking biology class and suck your clit. Like, that's get him out of there. Like, that's not even. I'm sorry, Samantha. That's not embarrassing. That's a good. And extra push is great. Like
shows personality.
Yeah, it shows personality. The image of you farting and being propelled forward, that's hilarious. Like, Samantha, hit me up. We'll go on a running date. Yeah.
I though would be mortified if it was a first or newer date. And I'm like such a fart hider that if I farted in front of a first date,
I don't know why, but that sounds like a Harry Potter term. Like
fart hider.
The fart hiders. Like that's Voldemort's other group of followers. It's the Death Eaters and the fart hiders. Fart hiders are a way better hang.
They're always bloated though.
Their cloaks are just way out here. Just I just had too much cheesecake.
Yeah, always drinking a beer. I think it was a good test. It would make you closer.
Yeah.
It's a good test to see how what's his like. It's if he's not like a Seinfeld, like turned off right away by the smallest thing.
Exactly. Like he's just when people get obsessed about little stuff like that, it's like just have fun. If you make a joke, you cleared it up, and that's a great joke. Needed the extra push, boom, it's perfectly harmless and silly, and you're talking about like, oh god, if this is my actual friend and she tells me the story and says like, yeah, he didn't call me back, like there's two options. One, he sucks because he based it on that, or he just didn't like you anyways.
Yeah. Leave the fart out of it.
Yeah, maybe it's your personality. Actually, you should fart on every date so that if it is your personality, you can be like, oh, it's just because I farted.
Yeah, blame it on the fart.
It's like, no. Your personality is a fart. you got a big old fart of a personality. There's really nothing to be done there.
You really stink.
A little bit of this.
Yeah.
A little bit of this on the date. Yeah, she kept talking about Virgos. Just woo.
Oh my god, that reminded me. Yesterday I was golfing and there's so much wildlife where I go. There's coyotes, deers, and yesterday there was a coyote that was approaching a skunk. And I stopped everything I was doing to see, like, is this coyote about to fuck up this skunk?
Wait, are you describing like a Native American fable right now?
No, this was yesterday.
Is this a metaphor? And the trees whispered, "No, skunk."
I really like.
The fox will have his day. Like, the fuck are we talking about, Mandy? This sounds fake.
It was yesterday. So I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to see this skunk just get like torn up.
Yeah.
That skunk just put up its little tail and must have just farted all over that coyote because the coyote started backstepping and was like, ah! It's just wild. I couldn't stop thinking how weird it is that an animal was given a fart as its self-defense mechanism.
Dude, whatever works. Yeah. That's honestly, it's my defense mechanism too. If I'm having a bad date, I fart and then just let them. If they stay, then I gotta find something else. But usually they don't. So it
is a funny way out of dating someone when you're like, let me just like make myself the worst so they break up with me.
Yeah, like you're like, you agreed to the second date, but you weren't feeling the first date, so you just pound a gallon of milk. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna gas them out.
This happens often.
just like you're throwing a canister of tear gas into the date, basically. They're gonna be crying and spitting up snot and shit when I'm done with them. Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. It's gonna be a bad time.
Okay, so I know you're on the road and stuff. What would you like to plug before we go? This will be coming out, I think, like end of September.
End of September. I don't have any road dates. Just follow me on Instagram, I guess.
Yeah, all the links will be below.
Yeah, exactly. Maxx Eddy with 2 X's.
2 X's.
Yeah, 2 X's, and it's EDDY, which a lot of people pronounce Edie.
Huh.
I've never met someone I've never done.
Edie.
I don't know why. Why would you? No one's ever pronounced that word that way.
Edie would be Eddie.
Maybe.
If we're gonna
Yeah, or
stretch it.
Eatey. like I'm very ET today. I ate so much. That would be. But
Yeah.
it's just Eddie. It's a fucking name.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it is a name for like an Italian uncle who's covered in pizza sauce, but it is a name. I mean, what are we doing?
But I like the 2 X's because it's 2 X's, 2 D's. That's an easy way to say it.
Mandy, you understand symmetry. And that is why I like you.
Not grammar.
No,
but
definitely not. We're gonna talk. We're gonna do a whole ACT lesson after this. We're gonna get you familiar with all the rules, the P's and Q's.
we will. Stay tuned for that. It's under the Patreon is going to be all grammar based today. So
it's just me with a laser pointer. Exactly. So comma placement. Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. But thank you so much for doing it. I
thanks for having me.
appreciate it.
So fun. And also, I'm not gonna be at the kickball game tonight. I know. I have a work obligation, and if you guys lose, I'm gonna have some choice words. Just FYI.
Okay, well, you heard it here, folks. Thank you guys for watching, and watch the Patreon. Love you. Bye.